I will show you my new Maverick XLT hybrid, and we will see how the hybrid system works.
So what model is this?
XLT
And what do you have as, what equipment did you pick for it?
with the Lux package. This is the only equipment I have, and a roller.
And the roll-up cover, where did you get it from? Did you order it, or did you?
I bought it from Ford, so I received it with the delivery, but I didn't receive it the same day, but they took care of installing it after that.
That's right, you didn't have it on your order sheet because it would have caused some serious delays, likely caused some serious delays. So we ordered it at the parts department and installed it shortly after the arrival of the vehicle, but we did order the spray and bed liner. So you've got spray and bed liner on your XLT luxury here. So you've got heated seats, heated steering wheel, heated exterior mirrors. You've got the mirror caps painted right there. We've got the key code. And on the inside, we've got the cubby holes. You wanna open this up for us?
Because I don't have water in it, so that's perfect for me. It's easier to bring some stuff with me, grocery store, without being in the water when it rains.
Yeah, and we've got your 400-watt plug right down in here. And we also have the bed lighting that comes with the XLT package. And we've got the cubby hole right over here with spray and bed liner. So we love the look of this. We love the luxury package. For a while it was causing delays, but no more delays due to luxury package. They've worked that out. Things are going better in regards to microchips. And so far, how are you liking your Maverick?
I really love it. It doesn't cost that much of gas per month, so I'm happy with that, and it goes very well.
Yeah, it's a joke. You're at about $75 per month in fuel, and on the Ford F-150 Raptor, you're at about, what, $300?
Almost.
Yeah, it was 3 times the price.
250, 300, around that.
Yeah, 3 times the price, because we're getting 3 times better fuel economy from the Ford F-150 Raptor compared to this Maverick. But let's just go ahead and jump right inside, and we'll be showing you how the hybrid works and how to maximize fuel economy, when to know it's in electric mode and when to know you're in gas and electric mode, and why these different modes, why they switch back and forth, and what you need to know to drive this Maverick. All right, so I'm going to take over explaining how the Ford Maverick hybrid system works. It's great, and it would normally actually start up in electric mode, but because it's cold out, the gasoline rate off when turning it on has gone on, and you can hear it. And yeah, you can definitely hear it. So you're going to get less electric mode driving when it's cold out, like today. So it's below freezing or right around freezing. So we're going to be less often in electric mode. But let's take this out for a ride to see how this goes and how to know when you're in electric mode and what to do to maximize electric mode. Now, of course, the first thing we could have done is park this in a heated garage, and that would have helped the gas engine not turn on, because how the hybrid powertrain actually works is it does have a gasoline engine. It's a 2.5 liter Atkinson gasoline engine, and that engine is very reliable. Ford's been using it for years. It's a modification from previous hybrid systems, and it's a hybrid system that is very closely related to Toyota's powertrain. Now Ford uses the 2.5 liter Atkinson with the eCVT engine, so that's not your traditional CVT transmissions, which tend to be not so reliable. They've got low reliability because they're belt driven or strap driven. Now this transmission is actually a planetary gear set. So you have one big gear and a bunch of little gears working it out, and this actually feels fantastic. When you drive, it actually feels like you have multiple speeds, multiple gears, but you really only have one speed. So like all CVTs, this is a 1-speed transmission, but it doesn't feel that way because when you go up hills, you're not going up hills high RPM. It's a reliable system. Ford has had it now for a good number of years. We're back, bumpy road. The Maverick suspension is good for the price, but it's nothing like that F-150 Lightning or F-150 Raptor or the Bronco. This shakes the most. but it's got good handling in the corners. I love to whip this around in the corners, so overall I can definitely deal with the suspension, which is a little stiff. Now, let's talk about that hybrid system. Normally when it's warmer out, you can see here in the dash, the vehicle's still on cold, so we're running 0% of the time in hybrid mode because, as you can see, that needle, we are in the cold zone. So once that warms up, we're gonna start using hybrid mode. But when we use hybrid mode, it's gonna be pretty easy to know when we're using it, because right in the dash here, when you're in gas mode, it's showing you how many miles per gallon or how many liters per 100 kilometers. Right here, you can see it. That means we're using gas. You can also hear it, and the needle is gonna be above the 0. So anytime the needle is above the 0, you are using gas. Now, if it's right on the 0 and right in the dash it says electric mode, well then you're only using the electric engine. And we could actually say electric engines, because in the powertrain unit, in the engine unit for that electric engine unit, there's one big electric motor, and that's a torque motor. So you can call it like an e-torque, an electric torque motor. It's an electric motor used for turning the wheels, for propelling the vehicle forward. Now Marie has a little bit of camera shake because I like to drive through the corners with a little bit of resistance. I love the bendies, but and I love the bendies in this Maverick. This doesn't feel like you're driving a truck because of how solid it is. It is unbelievably solid. I love this truck. But back to the hybrid system. You've got your secondary electric motor. It's a smaller motor, and it's used when it's not too cold out. It's actually used for starting the vehicle and charging that 12-volt battery, as well as charging the battery in the back. So you've got your hybrid battery. It's located in the second row, the back row back there, underneath the second row passenger seat. So in the hybrid, you have less storage space underneath the seats, because that is where your battery, 1.1 kilowatt battery, goes. The battery, it's going to be very reliable. Ford's been doing hybrids since the 2003 Escape. That was different battery technology, but very reliable, and so far we're having very, very few issues with battery replacement in any Ford product. However, I'm going to show you now, when we're in electric mode, what it looks like. So you see right there in French, conduite électrique, that would say electric drive or drive electric mode. And it's miles per gallon or liters per 100 kilometer, little bar showing you your instant fuel consumption, calculated instantly right in that dash. And as you can see, you'll be at 0 or below. Now we're driving in L, and a big question has been, is it bad to drive the vehicle at higher speeds in L mode? L, some people think that means you're kicking the vehicle down several gears, and it would mean that it, heat up the transmission. Well, this transmission only has one gear. It's a planetary gear set, and there's absolutely no danger in constantly driving in L mode. But why would you drive in L mode? Well, for simplicity, let me explain. When I'm in L mode, as soon as I let go of the pedal, and you'll probably want to capture this, Marie. So when you're in L mode, as soon as I let go of the accelerator pedal, right away, that secondary generator motor, which I haven't talked about its last use, you've got the big motor for turning the wheels, you've got that smaller electric motor for recharging the battery in the back. So as soon as you let go of the pedal, if you're in L mode, it goes to maximum recharge and maximum resistance, making it so that I use the brake pedal. The actual brakes get used far less. My discs and pads will last a much, much longer period of time. Now, there are ways around this. If you don't like the idea of driving in L mode, I assure you it is safe. It's not going to cause premature wear and tear of the transmission. But if you don't like the idea, here's another trick. You let go of the accelerator pedal, and if you want to just put it on the dash, you're going to see right away, I let go of the accelerator pedal, and it's instantly maximum recharge. That's with the L on, but if I do it with the L off, which oddly, that little needle actually went up for more power use when I let go of the L, even though my foot on the accelerator didn't let go. But let's see what happens now. Oh, okay, let's edit that out. Now let's see what happens. It's not charging as much unless I tap the brake pedal. And even in tapping the brake pedal, it doesn't always go to maximum recharge the way it does if you're in L mode. So L mode is free, you could say free and easy braking for easier recharging of that battery, so you can be in hybrid mode more often. So that's how you can save fuel with the Ford Maverick. That is one major tip and trick for saving fuel with the Ford Maverick Hybrid. It's having the L button on right here. Have it on. If you really don't want to turn it on, I'll remind you, you do just tap the brakes. Usually a message gets sent to the electric motor to create more resistance. Depends on the scenario and whatnot, but the easiest way is just drive with that L button set on. There's no worries about driving on the highway. You know, whether it's on or off, we've tested this many times, on or off, the needle for the power, it's about the same. Now when you do turn it off, you kind of feel the vehicle get propelled forward because there's absolutely no resistance for charging up that battery. And from what we can tell though from our tests, it's not causing a difference in fuel consumption. So far, definitely no wear and tear using the L button. However, does it require you to use a little bit of extra power to propel the vehicle? It feels that way, but based on our fuel consumption tests, we are not seeing any difference whatsoever, folks. Now, I hope this has been very helpful. That's what we're here for. You know, I'm Johnny, I've got Marie filming, so we're the JCCR team along with the members and subscribers that help keep everyone informed. Please do subscribe, hit that bell notification button so you don't miss out on any information, because we're here to help save you thousands, help you shop vehicles and know what's going on in the automobile market. Until next time, I'll let you sign out, Marie.
Yeah, we wish you more cars and more power.
And stay tuned, because the MR2 has a squirrel eating wires in it. So less cars and less power right now for our team at JCCR. Ford Maverick in the corners, in the bendies, and it just stays glued. There's next to no body roll. It is a very comfortable drive. But speaking of driving, look who's driving. Marie, do you want to tell them why you're driving now instead of me?
Yeah, it's my turn, because when you were testing my Maverick on the highway, you were at a low speed. You look like a Prius driver.
Which I'm always, you know, kind of poking fun at Toyota Prius drivers.
Yeah.
And there I was going below the speed limit.
We're doing the same. It was way below, and you were trying with the brake, the pedal, to check if you could have a better economy. So yeah, I was like, okay, John, pass me the steering wheel. We'll go faster.
Fair enough. And you also are driving in L on the highway, and you're not having any issues whatsoever.
It goes well.
Yeah, and it doesn't force the vehicle to stay in gas mode. What's forcing the vehicle to stay in gas mode right now is mostly the fact that the engine is still cold. The engine and battery need to warm up, but once warmed up, because we're only at 3 degrees, we're barely above freezing at the moment. But once the unit warms up, we'll be running in hybrid mode. Even on the highway at times, you can still be going, you know, 65, 70, 75 miles per hour, and there will be times when you're on the highway and you'll be in electric mode, but mostly for short periods of time. You can't really calculate this vehicle as having, you know, a range, an electric range. It's more, it turns on when it can. It's a small battery, so it's all about trying to bring down that fuel consumption. So it saves about 40% of fuel because of the hybrid unit. We're loving it. Okay, well, now this was kind of our blooper, kind of explaining what's going on, explaining why Marie's driving. We also want to wish you
I wish you a happy Easter, and be careful, because a lot of cops are on the road because it's a big weekend.
Yeah, that's your advice there to help you save thousands by not breaking the speed limit this weekend, because this is when the police are...
Break the speed limit, but this weekend is most important.
Yes, because they are making their quota. Take care, everybody.